my channel, Cooking with Giuliana. Today we're preparing pizzas. Yeah, all-time favorites for the kids. We're gonna be starting the pizza with a great pizza dough because this is the fundamentals of a pizza. This is the foundation and it's the most important ingredient, I think, in any pizza. So we're gonna be doing a Napolitana style pizza with 4 ingredients. So you're gonna have only 4 ingredients. Very simple to make. All-time favorite, like I said. So let's get to it, guys.
So first we're gonna mix the water with the salt. And you might say, well, that sounds like a lot of salt, but trust me, this is for the taste. For a Napolitan style pizza, this is the best recipe. Now, before we put the yeast in the water, we need to make a buffer, not to contaminate the yeast with the salty water, because it might kill the yeast, or it will just, basically contaminate it. So we need to dilute the water with what we have, and this is, in this case, we're gonna use, obviously, our third ingredient will be about 10 to 15% of flour, and we're gonna mix it in and create like a buffer. And now we put the yeast. It's fresh yeast. It's the best to use. I mean, you can still use the dry yeast. It's much more potent, so your dough will rise much quicker. Maybe you need to use less of it. Now we put the remainder of the flour and we start mixing the process in there, making the dough. Always put a little bit of flour on the table or the slab that you're working on. And gently, what you want to do is bring it back into it and pushing with a pushing moment. Okay, so we're gonna have about 6 dough balls out of this. I'm gonna try the middle first. Then go like that, roughly. Tack, tack. Yeah. And we're gonna be putting in here. I put priorly to this, I put some olive oil in there, and you cover the whole surface with olive oil, so then the balls don't get stuck to each other. All right, let's get on it. Here's one, and I'll show you how to properly. So what you're doing is you're turning around, but this is obviously the opposite. You're turning around and you're creating a ball in your hands, and you are twisting it inside out. It's a nice round ball. The bottom it has a little bit of this. Now, put it in here. Now, you want to put a little bit of olive oil in between them because they will get stuck to each other, unless you have a bigger pot, but I'm using this, so I'll put some olive oil on top of it, just a little bit. And then we'll leave them in the fridge for about, like I said, 2 hours, maybe 2-3 hours. You can leave it for longer, and that'll be actually even better. But minimum is at least 2-3 hours for it to start fermenting, but do the slow fermentation process. Then which will take them out and leave them for another 2 hours in regular temperature, so that they will start rising faster and creating those air pockets. That's so important for Napolitan crust, those air pockets. So I'll see you in about 4 hours.
Pizza party time, guys. How you doing? We're back. I got prepared already here as a paellera. Paellera is where they make the paella in Spain, paella.
but it's very comfortable to actually making pizzas inside of it. And so I'm gonna be using this. I already have a dough prepared and I stretched it out in my hands. Here, this is the sauce that Anna created for this pizza. She made it earlier today. We're gonna be using this, and you'll have a link below on how to make this sauce. It's very good because it's made from raw tomatoes and other ingredients like olive oil, garlic, basil, etc. So yeah, we're just gonna put maybe 4 spoons, maybe 4 or 5 spoons on the dough, and we'll spread it out evenly. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting cheese on top of the pizza, a little more. Try to concentrate the cheese more in the center. We're gonna add our other ingredients, olives and mushrooms. Who doesn't like a good pizza with some shrooms in there, huh? Here, so we have 3 different kinds. Oh, we got this at Macarona. Now we put some olives. And we go to the oven. First I'll put it in the bottom, so then the bottom is cooked first, and then we'll lift it up to the top. Guys, final touch. We're gonna put a little bit of olive oil on top and some basil leaves. These are fresh basil leaves. You don't want to put them in the beginning because they will burn out, so they put them usually at the end when the pizza is done. And it's sizzling. Oh, I went a little bit too heavy on that. Oh, just a little bit. And then you want to put some basil leaves. It adds a little flavor. It's really good. Yeah, that's it.